All right, guys, happy January 10th, Wednesday, coming to you live, coming to you excited, coming to you fully dressed from the head to the toe because I have to get out of here right after this call. So typically I just have board shorts on or gym shorts on, but I am ready to roll this morning. So you guys got a ton of things to talk about today. We're just going to get right into it. We're going to do some brief market updates, and then I'm going to have JoEllen share a topic that has been on a lot of people's minds because she always talks about it and we want to know what's working. And so I'm literally going to be turning the mic over in just a minute. But before we do so, before we get started, before we get this train rolling down the tracks, I want to go to somebody and have that person bring us out on the field, always in true keep it moving fashion. And Blessing, that person is going to be you this morning. Blessing, you always have so much great stuff to share with the world. Let's hear from you. Have you take us out on the field on this beautiful Wednesday morning.
Isn't it a fabulous morning to have a
That's
fabulous
right.
day?
That's right.
I just want to encourage everyone to start off the day with just absolute joy. This morning I woke my son up. He did not take his dishes out of his room, so I had to firmly let him know he needed to do that. But instead of letting the mood settle on what you did wrong, I just went in there into the bathroom and we talked basketball, which I know gets him hyped up. So it just put me in a mood where I can be ridiculous and I have so much joy. And I just like Elias said, get dressed from head to toe. I'm rocking the hot peak pants today. I just am in a mood. Just if you do nothing else, set yourself up to win with just a joy, like an attitude of joy, and the rest of the day will be absolutely amazing. So that's what I've
Yes.
got today.
God, I absolutely love that. And you know what? You're a lot less strict than I am. Girls are not allowed to have any type of food in their room whatsoever. The only thing that they're allowed to have in their room is water in their water bottles, and that is it. They had a friend spend the night once, and she had like a bag of like hot Cheetos. I'm like, kiddo, that shit stays downstairs in our kitchen. So hey, mom, shout out to you. You're a lot more lenient than I would be. But I appreciate that conversation with the kids because for the people that have children, for the people that don't, we'll keep this very, very brief. It's really easy for us to say, when you get your kids home from school, how was your day? And the go-to answer for a kid is good. And if you allow the conversation to stop there, then the conversation is going to stop there. And so Raquel and I were talking about this a couple months ago, and she never allowed one word answers for her kids when she asked them how was their day or how was this or whatever it was that she asked them. And so it's encouraged me to go further and further with my conversations with Michaela because Silas will just talk all day long, but Michaela is always, it's good. I said, now tell me what the best part of your day was. What made your day so good? And what was the best part of your day? And then she starts talking and then she starts remembering things. So it went from just having a shallow, oh, it's good, great, to now we could actually have more conversations. So Blessing, I love that you guys spent some time talking about things that actually drive him. Sometimes I gotta hear about roadblocks. I don't understand it, but they like talking about it. I just don't understand it. It's not my world. It's not my realm. And so good stuff, Blessing. You guys, we're going to get right into the session today. Obviously, we have a couple guests, as always. We have our lender partners, and then we have, she's not even a guest. She's just a staple in our environment, JoEllen, but she's going to be a guest speaker today. But before we get rolling, Ashley, you were sharing some cool things with us or with me on Instagram this morning. So I want to turn the mic over to you to do just a quick snapshot of the market, what you're seeing, what the patterns are. And if you guys don't know, and if you haven't seen, and if you have not got your tickets, make sure to get your tickets to Focus and Fire. The tickets are $20. This is an industry event. Our very own Ashley is going to be presenting. I can't wait. It's going to be exciting. Can't wait for you to take the mic. And so, Ashley, let's kick this session off, and then we'll spend a few minutes here, and then we'll pass the mic over to JoEllen because she is ready to go and firing on all cylinders. So, Ashley, talk to us. What are you seeing? What were some of the trends, some of the reports that you shared with me earlier?
So the MBS highway forecast for 2024 came out. MBS, if you don't know, is a site that a lot of lenders use to monitor the market. Would it be okay if I shared my screen real quick?
Absolutely. Boom, you're in.
All right, and let's go here. Oops. And this here. All right, can you guys see that?
I just see your window screen.
Ooh, wrong one. All right, hold on one second. Let's go to, I'll bring it here. All right, do you see that now?
Yep.
All right, so this is the expectations for the for inflation data. So it looks like a lot of numbers, but really what you want to focus on is what the expectation is that they cut on the May 1st meeting. And then this, I'm going to try to go really fast through this. If you have any
Absolutely.
questions, you can ask me afterwards. So this is,
Ashley.
yes, I can hear you. Oh, now I can't hear you.
Everybody else hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Ashley, can you hit present mode on your screen, please?
Oh, yes, I can. Present. Present.
All right, thank
Okay.
you.
Good.
Yep.
All right. So this is basically the market betting on when the Fed is going to cut. So they're saying basically by May 1st, have a 94% chance that the Fed is going to cut. And this can change all the time. It's literally like taking odds. But basically by May 1st, they're saying that there's a 94% chance of a cut. This is that dot plot you were asking about a few weeks ago, where it says each Fed member's opinion on how many rate cuts we're going to have. So 2 members think there's going to be 0 cuts, but the majority of the members think there's going to be 75 basis points in cuts. And as you can see, that's where the majority of the Fed were definitely going to cut as far as they're concerned. And if you go to 25 and 2026, look how many cuts they think that is going to happen by then. So the majority of it think we're going to have 75 basis points here, but it just gets a higher and higher probability of cuts as we go forward. Now, this is based off of the Fed thinking employment is going to be at 4%, but there's a good chance that the employment numbers come in at 4.2, 4.3. So if they're wrong, that means rates can be even lower than what they're expecting. So that's good news. And we'll skip past that. 2024 rate forecast, mid 5s. This is really what you want to know. Mid 5s to 6s. And then last year, the forecast was that they were going to have 6.8% in appreciation, and we're right almost at that 6.8% in appreciation. And then next year, they are predicting 4.5% to 5% in appreciation. So since they've been pretty on target, I think that we can probably count on what they're saying. All right, I know that was a lot. If you have any questions, I tried to do it really fast because I know JoEllen's going to speak and I want to make sure she has enough time for what she wants to say. But if you have any questions about market updates or anything, you can always DM me on Instagram or call me.
I absolutely love this, and I appreciate you sharing this. So, you guys, you can stop sharing your screen. Thank you. So, you guys, when you think about this, so obviously, each of you are having communications with consumers, and if you're not, you should be having a high level of conversations right now. If a consumer is thinking about waiting, and if the average appreciation is 4 to 5% on an $800,000 home, that's literally $40,000 in 1 year of positive appreciation. Where else are they going to see a return on their money at that scale? Right? If they're trying their money in the stock market, S&P, whatever they're doing, stocks, bonds, annuities, it's very, very hard for them to be able to reach that level. And I think that I saw this video the other day. They said somebody that purchased a house from December until February of 2024, at the end of 2024, they're going to look back and like, oh my God, look what we were able to create for our families. And it's going to be similar to what happened during COVID, to where you saw this wave of people get into homes. And I think that we're really in a sweet position right now. So here's what I want to encourage everybody to do. I want you guys to go into your databases and just scrub your databases. If you have Follow Up Boss, I want you to run these 2 filters. Who has been actively looking for homes in the last 7 days with communication? Here's the second filter, with communication that is longer then that 7 days. What we're finding, and I'm scrubbing the entire database. Otis knows what's up. Jordana knows what's up. We've been doing this together. What you're finding is that those people that were laying in the shadows and saying, no way, no how, now all of a sudden are lurking and the sun is on them and they're ready to go. You guys, there's so many opportunities in your database right now. The people that you thought, no way, no how, not going to happen. Why are they looking at multiple homes every single day, liking them, viewing them, liking them, opening your emails? You guys, cleanse your database right now. Dive deep into that. Every single person that you meet goes into Follow Up Boss, goes into Real Scout, so you can see their behaviors and you can respond accordingly. You guys, I'm not going to say strike while the iron's hot. I don't like that term, but I want you guys to outpace what's happening, because I promise you this, you guys can blow up your business in the first quarter of the year. The buyers are out there. The demand is high, and every single search engine out there is showing an increase of buyer activity and searches online, you guys. So capitalize on this and dive into your databases. So Ashley, I really appreciate your sentiment as always. JoEllen, are you ready to rock and roll? Because this is something that people have been so curious about, so interested, and I just can't wait. And I'm excited to hear your contribution. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to JoEllen, but Ashley, thank you. Let's roll.
All right, let me get right into it. Can you give me screen? Yeah,
You got it. There you go.
perfect. Okay, so you guys know I am obsessed with Nextdoor. Let's see, I can't really see you guys right now, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through this presentation kind of fast, and then I can give everyone the slides if that's okay. So does everybody, or what you want to do is download the Nextdoor app. It's a free app, and you want to create a personal account, okay? And don't mind my you guys. So we're just going to go over the Nextdoor app basics, real estate networking, how you can meet other people through the Nextdoor app, building relationships and referrals. What is Nextdoor? Nextdoor is a local app that is based on neighborhoods throughout the United States. And you can choose and follow whichever neighborhoods you like. What you want to do is build a strong profile, create an impressive and professional profile on Nextdoor that highlights your expertise in real estate, as well as your achievements, if you're a volunteer, those type of things. You want to.
So let me ask you a quick question, because this is a lot. This is already really good stuff. When you say build a strong profile, are you saying build a strong profile? Is it similar to a Zillow profile? What makes a strong Nextdoor profile? And if you could full screen that for us.
Yeah, let me see. Why is this doing this? Okay, where's full screen? You're not on full screen right now?
I'm not right. It was right in this little section here, but now it's gone. So just hover over where I'm annotating right there. It's there.
I see. Okay.
Beautiful. So just so we know, as they're starting to build, just like grassroots, starting from zero, what makes a strong profile?
So a strong profile. What I have found is that I put that I'm a sports mom, a local realtor living here in Cameron Park. I'm a volunteer and I'm a Rotarian. So that's what my profile looks like. So I would highlight where you live, if you're active in the community, and obviously put that you're a realtor.
Okay, so it's actually short. It's not that many characters. It's really short, sweet, to the point.
Yeah, it's really short, sweet, to the point, but I got all of that information in there.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're a dog lover, whatever your hobbies are, whatever you like get all that in there so people could get to know you right off the bat. So yesterday I got a message and he said, what is a digital marketer? I have a website. I might need that. Well, in my profile, it says I'm a digital marketer, and I had to explain it's about real estate. So, but I get DMs off my profile. What is Nextdoor? Again, the Nextdoor app is where we can connect with our neighbors, stay hyper local. You want to share valuable content. We'll go through my screenshots where, I'm sharing, maybe it's a food recipe, maybe it's something about real estate, like a home evaluation, or what's going on in the market locally. I do a lot of asking questions to the neighborhood. So I get a lot of involvement with asking those questions. Offer incentives. So I did a porch contest And we got our neighbors to volunteer to decorate their porch for Halloween, and we had 3 winners. So we put that on Nextdoor, picked all the winners, just got a lot of participation from the neighborhood. Recommendations. So you go in there and recommend a restaurant, a plumber, a roofer, or you go in and you ask for recommendations, and people love to share their referrals. And I'll say the biggest recommendation is if you've used somebody that you've sold a home or bought with, you ask them to please go on Nextdoor and leave you a recommendation.
I love this. Let me ask a quick question, Joelle. Go back one slide. When it says here, share valuable content, I think that was right there, share valuable content number 3. What's been the biggest success for you? Has it been area information? Has it been about dogs? Has it been about dog parks? Like, what's been like the biggest engagement for you from stuff that you've posted?
Okay, so like here's a purse drive that I did, and I got the neighbors in the neighborhood to donate all the purses. So that was huge. A pajama drive. This was our buyer seminar that we were going to have. We got a lot of engagement on that. I delivered dictionaries to the 3rd graders in our local elementary school. I got tons of, feedback. This is so great. Love what you're doing in our community. Here we did a free declutter home modification at the local assisted living. I teamed up with one of my senior moving companies, and we did that. And we door knocked the neighborhood and invited everyone into the senior living community, which was a win for both of us, because now the senior community sees me as a champion for their community, which makes me now one of their, referral partners as far as a realtor goes.
I love this, Joellen. So let me ask you, are you building all these assets in Canva and then you're uploading them to the Nextdoor app via your desktop or PC or desktop
Yeah.
or Mac?
Yeah, it's all in Canva. It goes right into the Nextdoor app. I can walk you guys through like creating a post. It's really simple. And then also you can create an event. So just like you would create an event on Facebook, you can create an event in the Nextdoor app, which I highly recommend. Whatever you guys are doing with all of your first-time home buyer programs, whatever event you're doing, it should go straight into your Nextdoor, because that's where your audience is for the neighborhoods, for the local neighborhoods.
This is so dope, Joellen. Let me ask you a quick, I'm going to pause for a second and sorry for all the interruptions. I'm just intrigued. Dominique has a quick question. Can we just go to Dominique really quick?
Yeah, I'm trying to see how I can see.
Hey, JoEllen.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. So, what is the best kind of post though? Like, is it more like a flyer type of post with, detailed wording, or what gets the most attraction to it? I don't see much videos on there. And if it is, do you ever post little like 30-second videos?
I actually have videos that got me 4 listing appointments, and I'll show you the video. So I do videos, I do flyers, I do pictures. This was a Casa toy drive that I did. Again, just highlighting my community service that I'm putting into the work, into the neighborhood. I'm not just a realtor. I'm handing out, come get your candy for Halloween. Here's just everything. I'm mixing up like my family. This was us door knocking, me and my mentee one day. We said, if you see us honk or open the door, we're dropping off flowers for the neighborhood and inviting them to an estate sale that I have. Here's me at the new 55 and older senior community. Has anybody had time to look at this? I got 3 ladies in my car, took them over there and signed them up for the new Folsom Ranch. This is my sweet sellers that were moving, and look what my wording says. These sweet seller friends of mine love to have pizza. I was basically honored to deliver them their last pizza in our town. Please help in wishing them a bon voyage and enjoy, what waits for them. It's low. And people, look down here. Can you see the views where it says 5.7 thousand views? That post got 5.7 thousand views. I live in a community of 19,000 people. I am becoming I call Nextdoor famous. I was at a taqueria the other night and getting food for my family, and this family gets up to leave and they stopped me, and the gentleman says, "Excuse me," he said, "are you JoEllen Brooks?" And I said, "Yeah." He said, "JoEllen Brooks on Nextdoor?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "Oh my gosh, I really enjoy all of your posts on Nextdoor." And I looked at his wife and said, "She's a local realtor." So I was like, that was so cool.
Wow, I love this.
But so just, And the thing about Nextdoor too is you can actually see the views. Okay, here's just a normal, you know, family picture. There's snow up at Echo Summit, tons of engagement, comments. This one I posted recently and I got a lot of feedback. This was an Instagram video of me helping my seller, helping my seller with the clean out of her house. And people just said that they love this type of new way of a refreshing way to get involved with sellers, basically, that they just love the different outlook that I'm doing.
What's
I
the
mean,
new
see all the,
hashtag
see all
that you?
see all the engagement, and then also two of my sellers, past sellers, chimed in. What a refreshing approach to help people. You know, we can attest to JoEllen, like. So every time someone goes on there and hearts me or comments, I then go in there and connect with them, kind of like a Facebook friend request. And now they're actually in my sphere, my pipeline, I guess you would say, or my sphere, yeah.
Well,
And
so hold on really quick, just so I can understand the analytics of it. So this, because I've never used it personally, so I'm new.
yeah.
Does this work as like you can DM people and then you get all their information just like you would on Instagram or Facebook?
Yeah, so basically, you have their name and their phone number, and you can DM them. Let's see. Is there a picture of my DMs? I have so many DMs. I'm like, they're just the DMs that I like. But yeah, people will personal message you like, I'm interested in selling my house. I saw you on Nextdoor. You know, so yeah, you can DM them. And it
And
basically, you're just
do you keep it all here? Do you keep all the DMs here, or do you start to move those people into your CRM, or do you manage all of those leads just right in the Nextdoor app?
That's a great question. So this next slide is going to show you how I get them into KV Core. So I did a home evaluation. It's called a seller squeeze page through KV Core. And what it is, it's what's your home worth type thing. And I wrote, good morning, neighbors. If you've ever wondered about your home's value, here's a free tool. You're welcome to use it at your convenience. Feel free to check it out. And after trying it, I'd love to hear the thoughts on the accuracy. I got 11 home evaluation requests, 1,000 views. And then if I can go over, I'll show you. See.
Great engagement. Wow.
Yeah, let's get into my Nextdoor. Let's see, how do I minimize this real quick? Sorry, guys. Let's see. Okay, so here's KV Core, okay? Oh gosh, not that one. So everybody that, I did my very first one November. Okay, this was my very first one. I did it 23 days ago. I got this house listed within 15 days right after posting this home evaluation tool. So these are the leads. So I posted on Nextdoor and the leads drop right here. The leads, these are all requests for CMAs. I called 11 people. One was, yes, I'm ready to sell right now. And I got them on the market within 15 days.
You created this squeeze page.
Yeah.
That's where the evaluation goes to. And then this is where the leads come to. And then, okay.
Yeah, this is my funnel.
Hey guys, the house is ready for staging.
What is that? Oh, that's my Nextdoor or my video posting. Okay, and then I did it again last week and I got 7. This one right here, Gwendolyn Davis, is a $1.5 million listing, and we're meeting in February. And she's originally from the Bay Area. So this is like my funnel, right? So I did that twice and got, gosh, what, 18 leads out of it. And one was an actual listing, now is a listing appointment. And then those people go into they're in my Nextdoor account. So I can message them through Nextdoor. This was one of my listings that I got when I really first started asking for, no, this is the one right now that's listed. This one I got earlier in the year when I started asking for the business. I wrote a comment on Nextdoor. Has anybody heard of anybody looking to sell in the Cameron Park area that's not currently on market? I have a sweet friend that's looking to buy. I got like 12, 13 leads, and this one was, come list to me, I'm ready to sell. This one, they said, we saw you on Nextdoor and we want to use you. I've met over 89 people through the Nextdoor app through my charity work, which is, the pajama drive, the food drive, the CASA, the purse drive. I'm currently nurturing 6 sellers right now. I've closed 3.4 million. And my thing is energy goes where focus flows. I'm super obsessed with Nextdoor. Like I literally, it's my mantra every day. Okay, Nextdoor, what are you going to do now? Who am I going to help? Like I'm obsessed with it. Let's see what else. Sorry about all that guy, but I have so much to share with you guys. This one got me a $1.4 million listing appointment. They called me and said they saw this video. They ended up using a realtor that's been here for 20 years and the house is still on the market. So needless to say, they should have used me, but we're still in touch. But do you see all the DMs? This was basically me saying, does anybody need help going through their closet, organizing? I don't know. It's not playing.
Okay, it's playing. It's playing on our end.
But you
It's
can't hear it.
No, but the music or the audio never conveys. But we get the point. We could see it.
Yeah, so lots of calls, lots of engagement. I got into 3 houses to go take a look, made friends with them. So I'm not just like, here, I'm a realtor. I'm actually trying to connect with people. I do coffee meetings with people. I go and look at their garages to see if I can help donate my volunteer hours to the neighborhood. Instead of going to the assisted living, doing bingo, I can actually help you organize your garage. Everyone just wants a friend. They want a helper to come in and go through their closet, and also I'm a resource in the community because I know where to donate those clothes. I know where the hospice centers are. I know where the senior centers are. I know who needs the blankets. I know who needs shoes. So it's just really relationship driven through this Nextdoor app. And I'm having great success, and it's an untapped platform. And to tell you the truth, these are where our clients are. These are where our sellers are right now. There's another thing that I do is I have a farm. And in my farm, I have everyone who's been there for 30 plus years with stairs. I get that farm for title, and then I go in and find their names, and then I go into Nextdoor and I follow them on Nextdoor. I connect with them. So now they might not be ready to sell, but they see all of the stuff that I'm doing in the neighborhood with my cells.
Wow.
I'm talking, I get like 10,000 views on on some of my stuff too. This one was really simple. It started raining here in Cameron Park. I got 29 hearts and the engagement was through the roof. I think it got like 7,000 or 8,000 views. This song has been stuck in my head. Oh no, 3,000 views. What is it? It's raining. It's a raining song. And then they started posting what song was in their head for the day about raining.
Wow, how cool.
And then, I'll post, oh, what's everyone making for dinner? I'm looking for some new recipes. They love sharing their recipes.
Now let me ask you, JoEllen, do you find that you're doing the things that you're putting on Nextdoor? Are you also talking about those things on Instagram as well? Because I feel like those two speak directly to each other. Are you using both verticals similarly?
Not really. I'm trying to do some of the engagement with Instagram and polls, but I pretty much do it mainly on here. But I do post my reels and stuff like that, and I just, post it right onto Nextdoor too. So I try to be everywhere.
Okay. So when you think about, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
This is just more hyper local. Like I really just want to dominate this area. And this is the fastest way I'm going to do it is because I can see how many people are seeing me and it's my neighborhood. They're going to see me at the grocery store. It's kind of how Krista Mashler made Facebook super huge in the Brentwood area. I'm just basically taking what she did, but doing it on Nextdoor.
Wonderful. A couple of things here, and I'm going to get to the questions in the chat in just a second. When you think about your buckets of lead generation, is this your number one lead source?
Yes, and open houses. But then again, also I'll go to an open house or I'll have a listing in the neighborhood. Oh, are you on Nextdoor? Have you seen me on Nextdoor? Oh, let's connect. So now I got their information and I go straight to their Nextdoor.
Cool. And then for money that you've put into Nextdoor, what's your ROI? Have you spent any money? Do you have to spend any money, or is this all 100% been free for you?
Just 100%, just my time. Yeah, yeah. no money. And I've made really great money. I've made connections. Those connections and those sellers that I am getting out here are then going on there and leaving me reviews. So now other people see, oh, they start engaging on my clients, next door. And then I go in there and just start clicking. But yeah, it's been free.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Amazing.
There's so
So
many things.
when you think about the evolution of you and where your business is going, obviously this has been something that is a game changer for you. And I'm sure it's opening the eyes to a lot of people on the call and that we'll see this in the future. What's next for you when you think about like, how can you even take this to bigger heights? What's next for you?
Oh my gosh. Just dominating the real estate market here in Cameron Park, El Dorado Hills. When I moved here, I was, really set on getting my listings. Now I've been in Cameron Park, I've been in Shingle Springs, I'm in El Dorado Hills now. Roseville. I'm just really growing. And also with the Nextdoor app, you can go into the settings page and you can actually follow what neighborhoods you want to be in. And you just start building your followers. I'm building my followers. I'm doing what you would recommend on Instagram
Yeah.
but it's a little bit more, I feel like this is more personal because they're really seeing the real me, And in the beginning, Nextdoor used to kind of block my stuff. They used to kind of, because I would be a little too wordsy. Then I figured out how to be passive with my language. And now the moderators love me. The moderators are actually commenting on my posts. This is great. And other people are like, how are you getting your stuff through? The moderators are just, flagging me. I think because I started out community first, and now the community has seen what I'm really doing. And now I'm getting a little more like, I am a local realtor, or I have this listing. But it also goes back to, I love where we live. This is how I'm helping sellers. Do you need this type of help? This is me. I'm beyond the sign. I'm here through the whole transaction from the beginning to end. So I'm really leading with that beyond the sign. These are all the things I'm doing for you.
Man,
I'm already, yeah.
I love it. So a few things here. We have a couple questions. So Cortez, you asked, that's similar to the new one we have on Real Scout, correct? Which part were you referring to? I want to make sure that we address that.
I was just referring to her landing page where she was doing the home valuation link.
Totally. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's on but I use KV Core because they create the seller squeeze page.
Okay.
But Real Scout, I guess you can do the same thing with Real Scout then, right?
Yep, you totally can. All right, cool. Good stuff. Sierra asked, what's a purse drive? For the people that don't know what a purse drive is, you want to share with her briefly what that was?
Yeah, so I just collected purses for Dress for Success, and it's for women who are going through, starting their journey in maybe a new career, and they need, business clothes, shoes, and purses was one of the things that we focused on for Dress for Success. That's the organization. You guys have it there in Contra Costa, it's all over actually.
I love it. And JoEllen, how long have you been on Nextdoor? Seems like it's only been a year, right?
Yeah, about 18 months. 18 months, and I've already, yeah.
And then for the people that don't know, what's your neighborhood?
I'm in Cameron Park. Yeah, if you go to Nextdoor and you JoEllen Brooks, Cameron Park, you can follow me. Go in and R&D all my stuff. Just R&D all of it. It's already, at least the verbiage.
Yeah, I love this. And Jeff said something really, really important here, because as you're thinking is, as we grow, you guys are tapping into areas of business that are going to be able to be Shark Tankable in the future. And you always hear me reference that, because when we think about like JoEllen hitting stages possibly in the future, not possibly, inevitably, when she's hitting stages, when she's doing these mastermind groups, being able to offer courses that are retirement community playbook and Nextdoor playbook, these are things that are completely unique, and not enough people are doing it, especially in our market. So Jeff, I couldn't agree with you more. Ashley asked, what do you mean passive with your language? So don't focus on real estate, focus on value.
Yeah. Focus on value. Don't focus on real estate. Focus on being a community leader and the things that you can do in the community. And then they're going to see the things that you're doing. You are a realtor, so you don't need to, I've seen realtors on there they're posting, they don't know. They're just posting things like,
Okay, so we heard
Don't
the
do
good.
just listed and just sold, basically. Don't do any of that. You want to build
Okay.
relationships. Yeah.
So the good stuff is just value, just being a person, like being a human being in your community.
Yeah.
The bad shit is, look at me, I have this new listing. Anybody thinking of buying or selling in this market, DM me and I'll be like, that
No.
shit gets blocked.
Yeah, it's like, I want to know what you're having for dinner. Just anything, any referral sources. I went to this restaurant today, and also I go to the restaurants, I leave the reviews on Nextdoor, and then I also leave the reviews on the Google business page for them, because I'm also getting, that's how people can find you too. Like you'll start to get the algorithm of your name will start going around. I guess believe that's what they're saying. So I do that.
I love this. I love this. And Jessica, is that what you wanted to know as well? Is that a comment? Okay, cool. So let's keep cruising here. Nicole is asking, can you schedule posts? And I guess I don't know what she would want to schedule a post for. So Nicole, do you want to elaborate on what you asked in the chat?
For example, like, if you want to say schedule the post for the home evaluations, or like, I don't know if you're able to do reoccurring events like you do on Facebook, like how I have my monthly cleanup, if I wanted to have that as like a reoccurring event.
I believe you have to go in and create that every time.
Okay.
You can go on there. So also whenever I get a sale, a listing, I help them with their garage sales too, right? So I have to go on and post all the things that I'm selling in there. So I'm also getting a big following, because people are now noticing when I have an estate sale, they know I have a listing, and the same people are coming to my estate sales. And another cool thing there is, but yeah, you have to keep posting it. You can also create polls. You can do a poll for the neighborhood, just like you do a poll on Instagram. You can create an event, and you can sell or donate items.
I love it, JoEllen. You know what it seems like to me? It seems to me that it's someone has themselves off of mute. Can you put yourself back on mute, please? I don't know who that is right now. Thank you. I think it got fixed. It seems like it's very, very organic, and it's very like in the moment, right? It doesn't seem too automated. It seems like it has a lot of life. It doesn't feel like someone else is putting your post on social media for you. Like, this just seems like it has a very, very like active life, right? And it doesn't feel stagnant. It doesn't feel like automated in any way, shape, or form, from what I've seen.
It's authentic. And again, please know that the energy that I'm putting in behind it is energy that I really want to create this movement with me beyond the sign, and my clients here in my community. Like, I really want to, I'm saying it, I'm living it, I'm acting it. I want to be the next door famous girl here and be called on because of what I'm doing in the community. So again, energy goes where focus flows. I'll just say, okay, where's my next door lead again, and all of a sudden it'll pop up right there. So
Beautiful.
And I feel it in my bones, because it's so authentic and genuine, and I'm really just living, eating, and breathing it, And I've been on, a few influencers, podcasts. I've been on podcasts now. I've been on Loida's. I've been through EXP Senior Network. I've built now a big referral basis throughout the United States, even Puerto Rico. So
how cool is this? And yes, that's 18 months, right? 18 months, and she's literally just hitting her stride. Like, she hasn't even hit her peak. And I love this, JoEllen. So Dominique is driving. She had a quick question. So Dominique, I want to make sure to get to your question. Then I'll go back to the chat here. Dominique, what was your question?
So neighborhoods, I'm in Blackhawk, but I see Walnut Creek, I see San Ramon, I see some Dublin. I'm wondering how that works. When I post, does only my immediate area see it, or do other people see it from the areas that I also see their posts, like Walnut Creek and San Ramon? I'm kind of confused by that.
Yeah, they will. Yeah, they'll be able to do that. And if you go into your settings, you'll be able to look at which areas you want to follow, and wherever you're following, they're going to see you too. Yeah. So before, I used to use Nextdoor back in the day, like long time ago, and you really can only stay hyper local in your neighborhood, your little neighborhood, right? But now you can follow different cities. So I'm in El Dorado Hills, Roseville, like I'm pretty much getting some people are following me from across the United States, so we can do that.
I love it.
You also might want to do something too where you just go in and try looking who you want to connect with, but it's engaging. It's just start getting that engagement going, getting people into your funnel, getting people to see you, you know. I mean, it's a great place to be hyper local for sure.
I love it. We have another question here, Brandy. I'm not too sure if that question was answered, but you asked JoEllen, are you able to do other areas?
Yes.
You are. Okay. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And it's going to be in your settings and it'll say neighborhoods to follow.
Okay. All right. Perfect.
And then
And
also,
then,
if you live in a brand new area too, you can actually create the Nextdoor. You just have to reach out to Nextdoor. So if you don't have a Nextdoor in your brand new community, think about being maybe one of the moderators and getting that started.
wow. So if a community, for example, we're in Lathrop, we're obviously in River Islands, new communities are popping up, but Stanford Crossing is adding a whole nother section of that area. Does that mean that you can start a new community conversation based on the new KB homes that are coming, so on and so forth?
Yeah, it's like basically you have to reach out to Nextdoor and say there's this new community starting and I'd like to be the moderator for the Nextdoor and get it started.
Wow, this is really good. JoEllen, do you post on the general feed?
On the general feed. Yes, I do. So I just click post, write whatever's on my mind, take a picture, and then post. And then I go, okay, let's see how many views I got. Let's see who's gonna DM me. Okay, who's
Wow. Okay, cool. So obviously we just have to get started, start building it, be very human, high amounts of value, but then you're linking it to KV Core. You guys can use whatever
yeah.
tool that you guys want to use for home valuation, but she's funneling them back through, which I love, but you're not leading with that. You're just not leading with that. And I think that that's why you're getting so much traction.
Oh, and then
'Cause-
so with the home evaluations, just to give you a little like context on the conversation, so it'll be like, oh, thank you for checking out the tool. I was wondering, was it pretty accurate at what you thought your home was worth? Because I'm asking feedback. I'm not necessarily, oh, do you want to sell your house? And then they'll say, oh yeah, this and that. And then we'll start conversating through the DM and they'll, we're not going to sell right now, but we're really interested maybe in a couple years. I'm going to make sure that I keep your information, but now we're connected. So they're still always going to see me. So they might not be.
God, I love that.
One listing straight off the first one I did, 11 home valuations. One was an actual listing in 15 days. And the other ones are now just in my pipeline, nurturing and becoming friends with. And then another one, I just did it again. And now I have a listing coming up in February for a big one. So, and I'm going to keep dropping these maybe every month and just go in and copy what I wrote and then do a cute little picture. Like, do you question mark or whatever it is.
How cool. I love that question of, what do you think about the accuracy of this value, right? I have my opinion. What do you think of it? Because most of the time they're like, wait, no way, no how. How did they come to that?
Yeah.
That is just a perfect conversation starter.
Most people say, oh, it's spot on, but the other guy's like, oh, I think it was 200,000 off. I'm like, oh, that's good to know. Well, I could actually do a better job doing, this and that. He's all, oh, I know. He's all, definitely keep your information. And then they give me a smile face. And there was another thing recently I posted on Nextdoor. I can't show you right now, but since we're Zillow, we have that Zillow showcase. Well, I took my new listing that was on Zillow showcase that shows Zillow showcase, and I posted on there, look how cool this is. Are you interested in maybe getting your house on showcase? This is what it's all about. And then it was the Zillow article of how exclusive that program is to realtors. So I got a lot of feedback.
I love this, JoEllen. Let's get to Jessica. Jessica,
Okay.
you had your hand up again. Hopefully, Jessica, you are feeling 100% better. Let's go to you.
I'm feeling better. Thank you. The last time I posted on Nextdoor, I had a lot of angry people come for me because I posted on the general feed. And they were like, why is this here? Why is this on the general? Post this somewhere else, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just wondering, do you ever get angry neighbors or, I don't know, angry people coming at you for posting on Nextdoor?
I only had one guy say something when I was like, who would like to go tour the new community? And he was like, you're always posting stuff about this and that. But another neighborhood chimed in. I don't see anything wrong with it, Joel. And thank you for sharing this new community with us. We have friends from the Bay Area that are looking to move up here, and we're definitely going to refer them to you. So I'm actually getting neighbor, but usually I don't get that. And if I do, I would just, you can mute people, like block them. You can block them and you can mute them so that they can't chime in on your post.
Okay. Okay, cool. Thank you.
Your marketing not picking somebody off, and I don't think we're doing it right.
Yeah,
Your
and
marketing
I was gonna
supposed to
say
pick
that
somebody
too.
up.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, what is your language? What did you post? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It was a reel. It was an open house reel.
yeah. So I would say, oh gosh, look at this beautiful home that recently, just popped up. Just want to make sure everyone knows in case you have anyone in the neighborhood looking to move here. Something
Okay.
like that.
It's like a
Okay.
video. Oh my God, this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. You're gonna have the trolls. Bring
Yeah.
on the trolls, because the troll will lead to somebody defending you. Be like, no, that was dope. Just like it happened. So, like, bring on the trolls, right? Like, I'm here for the trolls,
It's
and I'm here
engagement.
to
Yeah.
punk it.
And then seeing other people stick up for me, I'm like, yeah, that's right. Oh, it's all good. I'm like, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Yeah.
That's right. And like Cortez said, it that's engagement. That's engagement. Do you think everyone likes what Kenny posts on his stories? No, but I tell you what, he gets a high level of engagement, and it's controversial, and he pushes the limits and pushes the boundaries. And so I say that's good marketing. It's
Yeah,
just
and
good.
I'm only going to attract the people that I really want to work with, right? Like, and so, but I will go in and follow. And sometimes I've gotten some weird messages lately by this one guy. I don't know. So I am kind of trying to just make sure that I'm not too out there because you got to protect your safety too, right? So I will also go in and look at their activity and what they're posting on and what what they're doing. And if it doesn't look like something that doesn't work for me, I'm going to remove them from my what do you call it? My sphere or my platform, I guess.
So just try to not be too salesy too, because I got my posts removed on Nextdoor.
Yeah, you have to be very passive with your language. What I would do is just have a great profile that states you're a realtor, where you live, things you love about the area, or if you're a foodie, whatever it may be, your hobbies. And then just start posting stuff like, has anybody been sick lately? What are you guys going through? This whole flu, have people talking. You'll probably get thousands of people talking about this new virus. And then once you get them talking, you just want to start connecting with them. And now you're connecting with them on a personal level, and then throw in a little bit of real estate here and there with open houses, walking the neighborhood, but just use your words very passively.
Love it. I love it. So let's do this. First off, let's give JoEllen love, light, flowers while she's here. I thought this was great. What we're going to walk into an era of, you guys, is we're going to walk into an era of us sharing more of our playbooks. Like I said last week, our buyer's consultation, our process, our flow with how we use Real Scout, our key essentials and how we use our CRM. What are the things that we're sharing on a buyer's consultation that maybe somebody else on the call doesn't? What are we sending prior to a buyer's consultation in our high note? Do we even have a high note? Like, what does that actually look like? So what we're going to start doing, and we're going to walk into an era to where we're all unpacking and sharing more of what we're doing, because I think that you all should be learning more from each other, and what a great platform for us to be able to create that space. And so this was absolutely fire. I want to go around the room and hear a couple key takeaways from some people. Lisette, still got your hair done from yesterday, looking fantastic. Hopefully the shoot went really, really well. Let me hear from you, Lisette. What was one key takeaway thought from today's session? Let's hear from you first and foremost, and then I'll come over to Patrick, I'll come over to Aaron, and I'll come over to Dominique because she has her hand up.
Yes. First of all, I want to apologize because I came in late. I had Toastmasters this morning, but what I caught, JoEllen, I am going to catch all of this tomorrow. I will be seeing you at Brentwood, but the gist of it is I am completely missing out. I haven't even downloaded this app, to be completely honest. And JoEllen, you've been talking about this for quite some time. So I am looking forward to a little bit of one-on-one on you so I can really understand the app and how to implement it for my business. So thank you for sharing. I'm looking forward to tomorrow.
I love that. And Lisette, let's stay here for a second because I have a couple minutes. So talking about implementing things in their business, and this is all about elevation, right? And amplification. My word for this year is amplify. You did something today that was huge, and I want to spend a moment on that. She attended Toastmasters. First off, tell everyone what Toastmasters is, and what was one thing that you took away from your first session.
Okay, so Toastmasters is a group of professionals that help you public speaking. They help you become the best public speaker possible. And it was a group of about 10 of us. And I went in person because when I did my research, it said that classes were in person, but it wasn't. So I woke up bright and early and no one was there. It's Zoom only. So I zoomed in and there was about 10 people. First and foremost, all these people, I'm going to be honest, I was so judgmental at first because they're all much older than I am. We are completely different night and day. So I was being judgmental, thinking, how are they going to feel me? How is this going to work? It was amazing for the first hour. They don't really mess around, they immediately called on me and start talking. And, for today, the question I believe was, what was your first job and do you remember it? And I vividly remember my first job because my parents were slave drivers and I was working at the ripe age of 12 for my parents. So I spoke on that and I didn't realize that you had 2 minutes to speak on that. And they are really observing everything, your movement, your gestures. Do you say, do you pause? And I didn't realize, how much I say, and it was wonderful because in the hour, yes, it's hardcore because you're put on the spot. So get over that. You're going to be on the spot. You're going to be called off of things that you're not prepared. But that's the purpose, because when you're public speaking, that's exactly what happens. And it was nerve-wracking, very nerve-wracking. But I'm glad that I pushed myself and did it because I got great feedback. I can relate to these people quite a lot, actually. So